From Pakistani troops continuing with unprovoked firing in the Jammu and Kashmir's Poonch and Kupwara regions to India strengthening its air power by inducting 36 Rafale jets. Here is today's news wrap. Pakistani troops continued violating the LOC ceasefire with unprovoked firing in Poonch and Kupwara, marking the fourth consecutive night of such violations. The firing follows the deadly Pahalgam terror attack on April 22nd, which killed 26 people. In response, India has expelled Pakistani military attachés, suspended the Indus Waters Treaty, and shut down the Atari land transit post. Pakistan, in retaliation, has suspended all bilateral agreements. Here's a report on the news story.
Pakistani troops have once again violated the ceasefire along the line of control, resorting to unprovoked firing in Jammu and Kashmir's Poonch and Kupwara districts, according to army officials. This marks the fourth consecutive night of such violations, escalating tensions between India and Pakistan, particularly after the recent terror attack in Pahalgam that claimed the lives of 26 people. According to a defense spokesperson, during the night of 27th and 28th of April, Pakistan Army posts initiated small arms fire across the LOC, targeting areas opposite Kupwara and Poonch districts. Indian troops, as always, responded swiftly and effectively, ensuring the situation was brought under control. The firing in the Poonch sector was significant as it marked the first time in recent weeks that Pakistan violated the ceasefire in this area. The exchange of fire between the two sides started after the deadly terror attack in Pahalgam last week that killed 26. This attack, which shocked the nation, was attributed to a Pakistan based terror group known as the Resistance Front, deepening the already tense relations between New Delhi and Islamabad. The attack has triggered a series of responses from India, which is now taking stringent measures to hold Pakistan accountable. India has expelled Pakistani military attachés, suspended the long standing Indus Waters Treaty, and closed the Atari land transit post. A total of 537 Pakistani nationals, including 9 diplomats and officials, left India through the Atari-Wagah border in Amritsar over 4 days, starting the 24th of April. This followed the expiry of the exit deadline for holders of 12 categories of short-term visas on Sunday. In the same period, 850 Indians, including 14 diplomats and officials, returned from Pakistan through the same international border crossing in Punjab. In retaliation, Pakistan has suspended all bilateral agreements with India, including the decades-old Simla Agreement, further straining ties between the two neighboring countries. In the aftermath of the Pahalgam attack, security forces have also intensified their crackdown on terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir, demolishing at least 9 houses belonging to families of individuals wanted for militancy. The ongoing tension along the LOC, combined with the fresh threat of cross-border terrorism, indicates that the relationship between India and Pakistan is entering a dangerously volatile phase. Both sides are bracing for further escalation as the international community watches closely.
In other news, after the Pahalgam terror attack, India has blocked 16 Pakistani YouTube channels for spreading false and provocative content against the nation and its security forces. Major networks like Geo News, ARY News, and Sama TV are among those banned, impacting over 63 million subscribers. Watch the full report for more details.
Pakistani YouTube channels for disseminating provocative and communally sensitive content, false and misleading narratives, and misinformation against India, its army, and security agencies in the backdrop of the tragic Pahalgam terror incident in Jammu and Kashmir. So when you visit these pages now, a message appears which says, quote unquote, This content is currently unavailable in this country because of an order from the government related to national security or public order. The crackdown follows the tragic terror attack in Pahalgam in Jammu and Kashmir earlier this month, a grim reminder of the ongoing threats faced by India. Officials said that certain YouTube channels seized the moment of national mourning to amplify anti-India rhetoric, distort facts, and provoke communal tensions. Among the channels blocked are some of Pakistan's biggest media networks like Geo News, RE News, Sama TV, Dawn News, and Bol News. Collectively, these channels commanded a massive audience of over 63 million subscribers. The Ministry of Information and Broadcasting emphasized that while India supports free speech, the freedom to speak does not grant the freedom to undermine the sovereignty of the nation or endanger public order. Interestingly, the action wasn't limited to big news organizations alone. Channels run by individual Pakistani journalists and commentators were also taken down, including those of Irshad Bhatti, Omar and Asma Shirazi, each accused of circulating misleading or inflammatory content. So what is the scope of the ban? First, disinformation on Pahalgam attack. Second, communally sensitive rumors. Thirdly, anti-India propaganda. And fourthly, false narratives targeting armed forces. The government noted that such content had the potential to incite violence, create division among communities, and damage India's international image. This action signals a broader trend. Nations across the world are increasingly cracking down on digital misinformation, especially when it crosses the line into national security threats. Meanwhile, YouTube has stated that it cooperates with governments to comply with local laws when content is found to violate regulations.
Meanwhile, Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah expressed deep sorrow over the recent terror attack in Pahalgam, calling it one of the worst incidents in over 2 decades. Addressing the media, Abdullah said he felt helpless in apologizing to the families of the victims, stating it was his duty to ensure the safety of tourists. The attack, which took place after 21 years in Baisaran, has shaken the entire nation.
दोबारा वो हालात यहाँ पैदा किए, जबकि हमें लगता है कि पता नहीं अगला हमला कहां पे होगा। मेरे पास अल्फाज नहीं थे कि मैं क्या कह के उनके घर वालों से माफी मांगूं। ये जानते हुए कि जम्मू कश्मीर की सिक्योरिटी, जम्मू कश्मीर की सुरक्षा, जम्मू कश्मीर के लोगों की चुनी हुई हुकूमत की जिम्मेदारी नहीं है, लेकिन तब भी क्या कहता हूं उनको, उन छोटे बच्चों को जिन्होंने अपने वालिद को खून में लपेटा हुआ देखा, उस नेवी अफसर की विधवा को जिनको शादी हुए ही चंद दिन हुए थे, ऑनरेबल स्पीकर साहब, आपकी तरफ से जो हाउस के सामने ताज़ियती करारदाद विचुरी रेफरेंस पेश की गई, उसके बाद हाउस की तरफ से ऑनरेबल डिप्टी सीएम साहब ने जो रेजोल्यूशन पेश किया, उसके हक में खड़े बोलने के लिए खड़ा हुआ। अपनी जगह यकीन नहीं होता कि चंद ही दिन पहले हम इस हाउस में मौजूद थे, बजट पे, कई सारे और मुद्दों पे बहस चली, हाउस अडजर्न होते होते जब आप हमें चाय पिला रहे थे तो हम अपनी जगह यह उम्मीद कर रहे थे कि इसके बाद श्रीनगर में दोबारा मिल बैठेंगे। तब किसने सोचा था कि जम्मू कश्मीर में ऐसे हालात बनेंगे कि हमें दोबारा यहां इस माहौल में मिलना पड़े। सबसे पहले तो मैं लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर साहब का शुक्रिया करूंगा कि काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स के मशवरे पे ये स्पेशल असेंबली सेशन बुलाया गया। हमने जब काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स में मीटिंग की, पहलगाम के हमले के बाद उसकी निंदा करने के लिए, उसकी मजम्मत करने के लिए और उन 26 लोगों के साथ हमदर्दी करने के लिए, उस वक्त ये तय हुआ कि हम ऑनरेबल लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर साहब से गुजारिश करेंगे कि वो एक दिन का सेशन बुलाएं। वो इसलिए कि न पार्लियामेंट न इस मुल्क का कोई और असेंबली पहलगाम के उन 26 लोगों के दुख दर्द को इतना समझती है जितना जम्मू कश्मीर का अपना ये असेंबली है। स्पीकर साहब, दाएं बाएं देखिए, आपके सामने वो लोग बैठे हैं जिन्होंने खुद अपने किसी करीबी रिश्तेदार को कुर्बान होते हुए देखा।
In other top news, India has strengthened its air power by inducting 36 Rafale jets, significantly enhancing its regional air combat edge compared to 2019 when it relied on Mirage 2000s during the Balakot airstrike. Amid rising tensions with Pakistan, India is showcasing this strength during exercise Akraman. Additionally, India plans to acquire 26 Rafale M jets for its navy, further boosting its strategic capabilities across both land and sea.
India today stands far stronger in the skies than it did back in 2019 when it conducted the daring Balakot airstrikes. At that time, India relied on its Mirage 2000 fighter jets to carry out precision strikes against terror camps inside Pakistan. Fast forward to 2025 and the Indian Air Force now boasts of powerful addition to its arsenal, 36 Rafale fighter jets, an edge it critically lacked during the Balakot operation. Since the first Rafales started arriving from France in 2020, India has moved swiftly to deploy these state-of-the-art aircraft across two key air bases, Ambala in Haryana and Hashimara in West Bengal, covering both the western and eastern fronts. Their arrival has sharply tilted the regional air power equation in India's favor. Right now, India's newly bolstered air fleet is being put to test. The country is conducting exercise Akraman, which means attack across a vast central sector. This large-scale operation involves all major fighter squadrons, with the Rafales leading the pack. The timing is no coincidence. Tensions with Pakistan have been simmering since the recent terror attack in Pahalgam last week. Following that incident, Prime Minister Narendra Modi issued a stern warning that India would go to any lengths to bring the perpetrators and their backers to justice. During the 2019 Balakot strike, the Indian Air Force had used Israeli-origin Spice 2000 bombs launched from Mirage 2000 jets. While successful, the mission highlighted the need for deeper strike capabilities. Today, the Rafales bring much more to the table, notably the French Scalp cruise missiles capable of hitting targets over 300 kilometers away with pinpoint accuracy.
The Rafales are also armed with Meteor air-to-air missiles, which can engage enemy aircrafts at ranges exceeding 150 kilometers, which is a significant advantage over Pakistan's F-16 fighters. This air dominance is further bolstered by cutting-edge radars and electronic warfare systems that outclass older fleets. The Balakot aftermath laid bare India's urgent need to acquire a next-gen fighter jet to dominate regional skies. It just wasn't about striking terror camps. The real test came a day later when Pakistan scrambled its F-16s in retaliation. In the dogfight that ensued, Indian pilot wing commander Abhinandan Vardhaman shot down an F-16 but was forced to eject after being hit by an enemy missile. Captured briefly by Pakistan, he returned home to a hero's welcome and was awarded the Veer Chakra for bravery. Today, he serves as a group captain in the Indian Air Force. That experience convinced India to fast-track the acquisition of 36 Rafales from France under a €7.87 billion deal completed between 2020 and 2023.
That's all for today. We leave you with beautiful visuals of different species of birds from Thoothukudi, Tamil Nadu. A bird enthusiast from the Pearl City Nature Society has urged the government to grant the Perungulam Pond the Biodiversity Heritage Site tag.
Thomas Madhivalan from Perungulam. We are standing near Perungulam. This is one of the largest tank in Perungulam. If we compare take the other ponds in Tamaruni River Basin, this is the last pond, tail end pond of Tamaruni River Basin ponds. The uniqueness about this pond is when all the tanks will dry up during summer, except this Perengulam. Perengulam will have always water. So all the birds in Thoothukudi and Tirunelveli, all Terengasi districts are flocked to this Perengulam for the survival during the lean months from August to September. That time it attracts early migrant birds as well as resident birds. This year's specialty is common coots, Eurasian common coots. They arrived in thousands in Perengulam. Behind me, you cannot see it, but there's a lot, big group is there in Perengulam. So this is a common coots population is migratory as well as residential population is there. Migratory population will supplement the local population during the wintering months. But I don't know why this huge gathering is happening in Perengulam. All the years it is not there. This is the first time we are recording so many coots in one place.